Everyone find where they'd like to be seated, get a comfortable spot. There are spots at the tables if you'd like to sit down. Get your plates refilled if you want that. We're going to be very casual, so feel free to move around during the seminar. My name is Joel. I'm from the Ghiordes Knot. For anyone that we haven't met, we're the ones sponsoring this today. We're across the hall. Our speaker today is Dan McGovern. He's with Cavan, Pinnacle by Cavan. He, in the past, was the owner, and now he's, let me make sure I get it right, Vice President of Regional Sales, because it was purchased by Stanton, so now it's a division of Stanton. So he's still on with them and doing lots of custom jobs, and he created this whole custom program. And he'll tell you 20 years ago, he'll tell you a little bit more about himself, but we're very excited to see what they have to offer. We've had them in the showroom now for a little while, for maybe a year.
Close to that, yeah.
Yeah. So for you that are familiar in the Michigan market, a lot of what they're going to talk about, part of it is similar to what the Scott Group does over on the west side of the state. So that's part of this, and then it goes further than that in the custom capabilities. So we're very happy to have him. We're certainly pleased that you're here. Again, it's going to be casual. He's going to stop and have it open for questions as we go through it. So write them down or raise your hand, and we're going to start at this point. Any questions before we begin? Anything I've missed that's completely obvious that I went right over? Okay, well, thank you. Dan?
Thank you. First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you for Ghiordes Knot for having us here today. Obviously, this is a very nice event we have together here, and I'm pretty excited to talk about some custom carpet and, as I like to call it, floor art. To start here, as Joel said, my name is Dan McGovern, and I was the former owner of Cavan Carpet. Cavan Carpet does have two divisions, you can say, although it is under one brand. The first is Cavan, which is our in-stock carpet and area rugs that we do fabricate within the States here, all serviced through Stanton Carpet, obviously through Ghiordes Knot, all done in Calhoun. So very quick lead times. We do have some stuff that's in stock that can ship out right away too. Cavan is primarily an all wool company that consists of primarily broadloom, and the sizes is mostly 15-foot wide up to 16-4. So very large pieces of carpet, obviously for bigger area rugs, larger rooms, no seams, that type of stuff. Some of the styles we have here are, I brought a couple boards out that are doing very well from us. Again, mostly are all going to be wool, and some of them have some highlights of different fibers in. That particular one is going to be a polyester too. But what we're here for today primarily to talk about is Pinnacle by Cavan, which is a brand, again, that I've created within Cavan. And to give you a little bit of my background, I have been doing custom carpet for about 20 years. Not particular with this brand, but I've been doing custom carpet in India, whether it is hand tufted, hand loomed, or some of the other styles. So again, that kind of covered what we were just talking about right here. And throughout the presentation, as he said, when you're in the custom realm, questions will pop up. I will have some breaks to answer some questions, but if something that doesn't make sense, or you have something related to a job you're working on, or possibly could come up, just flag me down and we'll answer that question because we all learn from each other. Also, on the slide you'll see are some of the jobs we've done. I don't always see the end result of some of the custom jobs we've done, but when I do, they're pretty spectacular. This particular one right here of a koi fish swimming down someone's hallway in Southern California was a pretty fun job. And after we're finished talking here, you'll obviously see too, I have a bunch of samples. Come up, touch them, ask questions about them. Some of the samples you're going to see here are on the display that's in Ghiordes Knot. Other ones are strikeoffs that we've made from those samples that other people have been inspired by. And obviously that's a great way to get started on a project too. So I will be giving them some more of those samples as the months go on, so you can see some more qualities. Okay, so what is Pinnacle? Pinnacle is a custom program that primarily consists of two techniques. The techniques are hand-woven carpet which I think a lot of people are familiar with, and hand tufted carpet, which most people are familiar with. Some of the differences in hand woven, though, we do have two different types of looms. Each one has its positives and can produce different types of looks. So we use both. And then hand tufted is a lot of vast capabilities there, which some of the qualities you'll see here, like this ombre staircase, we can do a lot of different shapes, patterns, ombres, which we're doing a lot of right now in that type of quality. Hand tufted primarily is going to be some of the products we use, whether it's going to be higher traffic, commercial settings, or if someone just wants something really unique that can't be done on a hand loom. Materials we use, again, most of it is going to be 100% wool. We do have, within this program, we have jute, some of the products over here, and I can lift some up here. I won't do that because I want to step in front, but we use jute. We do use poly silk, which is polyester. It's a nice, shiny silk alternative. It's great because it cleans easy, has the nice characteristics of that shiny look that people go for. We do use nylon. Obviously, we can use a high luster nylon as well as a traditional nylon for heavier settings. We can use in some of our new indoor-outdoor products here, which we have a couple here, which Ghiordes Knot will be receiving nine different weaves of this year, this high-quality indoor-outdoor. We have our Worldtron, which is a UV-stabilized polypropylene. One of the differences of our indoor-outdoors that they will be receiving is it is unbacked, which is great because if it is truly outdoor and it does rain on it, rain won't puddle on it, it'll pass through, great for outdoor settings. Silk, I will use silk. We can use silk. I don't have anything today that is in silk, but occasionally people want something in that fiber. And we can use that too. And then tencel, I do have one product here that is in tencel. Again, people love that silky feel, not always in for the silk itself. We do not use any viscose. Tencel is another option for us there. Some of the uses that we have our product in, most of our product is for residential. It ends up in residential, in homes, in vacation homes, that type of, or outside settings. It can be for area rugs or wall-to-wall. In this program that they have, you'll be able to see on the back of each sample, it'll tell you the parameters. So most can go about 18 feet wide in a single piece. Other products can go 20 feet wide, and anything I do tufted, I can actually make 45 feet wide in a single piece, which is pretty unique. You may never get the 45-foot wide room. However, it works good for a 25-foot wide room or something like that where someone does not want a seam. So we can do a lot of capabilities there. I already spoke about our high-performance indoor-outdoor. And then, yes, again, the capabilities to produce floor covering in some high-traffic areas. Again, I'll show you some photos as we go that I've done for restaurants and that type of settings too. And again, afterwards, you can come and feel some of the qualities that we have here that we've used in those settings. As I spoke, the widths, most of them are 18 feet wide, so larger rugs or wall-to-wall. Anything that you see in the display that they have can be backed with an action back, so it can be stretched into a room. Most people think of this as rugs, and most of it will be rugs. But, however, some of the qualities we have are pretty unique. For instance, like this, I'll show you, that people would like that installed in a room. And again, we can install a back on it, so any of them can be installed. And again, as I mentioned, it'd be tough to get up to 45 feet wide. Okay, the benefits. So this program we have right here, at the end of this year, and in the display they have, we're going to have 72 unique styles in that program. It's a great program because it is custom. I don't like to use the word custom. I like to say made to order when possible, but it is custom. But it is not a custom program that someone should be scared of. It is very, very easy. One of the main benefits of it is, and you can obviously talk to our friends at Ghiordes Knot about this specifically, but is the very, very simple pricing structure of everything in the entire program. That what makes it very unique compared to other custom programs out there that have very confusing, difficult ins and outs of their pricing structure. We're very, very simple, and they know that, and obviously it's a huge benefit to get your job priced right first time with any changes you have. Made to order specified size. As I mentioned, some of these can go up to 18 or 45 feet wide. However, we can go any increment inside of that. We have some styles like this that are great for stair runners. Even though it says on the back, it can go up to 18 feet. It can be an 18 by 80 in a single piece. We can make it a 3/6 by 30 if you wanted in a runner. Great benefit of that, there's no waste. You make it the exact size you want. the specifications you want, the colors you want, the width of the stripes you want, and it's done exactly. And again, there's no waste. As mentioned, the incremental size, anything up to there, so we can go up to the inch. So if you need, for whatever reason, a 3'7" by whatever, we would make it to that exact size. Just know going in the handmade realm, there is a little bit of margin of error. So if you order a 3 feet 9 inch, it comes in 3 feet 9.5 inch. That is acceptable. Obviously, most of you will know that anyway in the handmade realm. And because some of our widths are wider, we do a lot of business where someone has maybe a traditional carpet like you're seeing on the floor right here that may come in 12 foot wide. We can do something very similar, maybe not the exact same construction, in 18, 20, whatever the size is, in a single piece, again, to eliminate seams, which would save everyone headaches, time, money, everything. Specify color. So we do have, they will be receiving it this year. We have 2 blankets that are going to be, well, 2 primarily color blankets. There's several blankets in there for the colors of specific products, but we have 2 color blankets. One is going to be our wool blanket that shows both a cut and a loop version of the same exact color. You can also submit your own colors very easily, and we will match. The benefit, obviously, is selecting one of our preferred colors is it saves some time from sending colors back and forth to the mill to match and everything. So if you're able to use one of our colors, it will save you some time. It helps sometimes too with talking to your customer about what is available to make it easy.
I'll drop in there too, just so you know, we are working on one with, well, it's made, I think, already. The client is going to come to the resource center, pick out a Sherwin-Williams color, we send it in, and that's what they're making.
Yes, good point. So we don't just have to have a palm or a carpet fiber to match from. People have sent us paint chips. They have sent us rugs, fabrics. The craziest one, someone sent me a 2x4 that they painted. So we're able to do things like that. Obviously, know the difference between a painted wood and a wool can be there a little bit, but we're very, very good at matching. This is, again, for the high performance indoor outdoor. This is the blanket we have available in that UV stabilized polypropylene. Very interesting about this because we do have some brighter colors. A lot of people in a lot of other companies out there, whether they're custom or not, kind of stick to the beiges and grays in the indoor outdoor carpet. We do have some more vibrant colors, as well as a bright white, which is pretty exciting for some people in whatever territory they're in different areas, as well as some of the polypropylenes we have are heathered, which you don't see very often. Again, using this and some of these indoor outdoor weaves will make it look like a real jute or a seagrass. So very nice look. And then specified designs. As we said before, there was that interesting picture of that koi fish. Not something you see every day. The story behind that, it was someone literally went to a Benihana, took a picture of a koi fish, sent it to me and said, can we make a rug out of this? So we're able to do that type of stuff too. There are a million different carpet companies out there that have different skins. It's hard to believe that someone couldn't find a skin that they liked out of all those, but it happens. So what they did was they submitted their idea to put a top skin on a ombre background. And I can show you a photo afterwards we talk of this, and unfortunately I don't have it in there, of what the rug came out to look like. So we can do any specified design that someone's looking for too that you just can't find out there for whatever reason. Whether you want to change it, the construction from a knotted to a tufted, if you want to do it from where the color isn't there you want, or whatever it is, obviously talk to our friends at Ghiordes Knot and they can make that happen for you. Just want to show this here. This was not part of the presentation, but I'm glad they got this today. This is the brand new sample that they just received today in the program. It's pretty exciting when we came out with this one. Had a lot of good feedback on it. What this is a hand loomed, and we use 2 different yarns in this one specifically. A lot of the colors that we use in our products, whether it is with our Cavan or with our Pinnacle, is our hand spun yarn. Hand spun yarn, which you can see closer later. In the background here, it has a very unique look. The size of the loops are never going to be 100% exact because it literally is hand spun. There's no machinery even in the spinning process of it. The loops are not going to be ever exact. The striations are going to be in and out. You'll have maybe specks of different colors in there and has a very, very handmade look, which people are excited for. And then the pattern itself is a bright white. They just received this today. I wanted to show that off. Okay, the process. I get this question a lot. I've simplified the process to 6 steps The process itself is probably easier than that. I wanted to make it more than just call us and we'll do it. So I made it in 6 steps. You determine the setting, obvious. From there, you choose the program, the style, submit the color, whether it's something directly off of their display, which still a good portion of the rugs we receive in this program is directly off of their display, essentially taking what we have already made and saying, give me a 9x12. A lot of stuff, or, 18x20 or whatever it is. Or saying, I like that pattern, but it's for a little girl's room. I want a pink. Again, very easy to change. We do all that stuff too. Deciding whether you need to strike off or a CAD made. You'll see some CADs in here in a little bit. That's obviously our computer generated image of what the rug's going to look like. You don't always need that. It's mostly for some of these hand tufted styles that are really out there that you'll need to see that. We will obviously make that for you too. You'll make a strike off. This literally is a strike off from a job we've done. So if you need a strike off, whether it's for a residential setting or a commercial setting, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, and then if it is custom, obviously submit your design and choose your preferred colors, whether it's preferred or we're going to color match. You receive your strike off, you approve it, and then we take care of it from there. One of the things I said before is I don't like to really call it custom because that word sometimes confuses people. It excites some people, sometimes confuses people. They think 3 things. They think it's going to be expensive, they think it's going to be confusing, they think it's going to take a long time. With this program, in my opinion, it doesn't take any of those things. It is very easy. You tell us what to make, we make it. Again, pricing structure is very, very simple. Time frame is going to be about 3.5 months for a completely custom carpet, which in today's age, people even know furniture can be 9, 12 months sometimes. 3.5 months for a total custom carpet is right in line there. Any questions before I continue? The next couple of slides are going to be photos of jobs we've done. I'll explain why they're unique, what is important about them, and then I'm going to open it up for you to come up, touch the samples, and talk to me about any projects you've had, you're working on, maybe we can do for you so you understand what's going on. This particular style here, this is a 32x45 installed inset rug that we did for a restaurant in California. The importance of that is it can be made in a quality that can go into a restaurant, even with obviously the chair legs moving back and forth. And you'll see if you feel some of these qualities, you'll feel the quality of it and know that it's going to last a very, very, very long time. That's the rug there. Most of our rugs you'll see on their display are going to be in the 2 to 5 colors. That one happened to be 36 colors. So we can do a lot of colors to obviously achieve what you're looking for. That was based off of a painting. So the restaurant also too had an art gallery in the back. They got copyright from the artist to make it and put it on the floor of the restaurant. So that's where that story is. This was an installation in a child's room, believe it or not, in Manhattan. This was a very large job, one of the 2 jobs I did in Manhattan where they had to put a crane on the top of the building and put it through the window. Very large job, very specific. This is an all cut pile plush, and they did a great job on this one too. So this is when I was talking about that we can make stuff from other products. These are 2 examples I had from a designer who wanted to change a knotted rug that they either couldn't get it made knotted, they wanted to change aspects of it, they wanted sizes, whatever the situation was, we do a lot of that work. This one on the right here that you're seeing, so first it started from the photo they took, then this was the CAD we made, so you see the digital representation, and these are the 2 strike-offs we made of that product. One is all in a loop and one is all in cut pile, and we can do a combination of both if you wanted. It'll be more impressive when you come up, you can touch them too. But this is, you can see how the process, you see what the process is of going from something that you may not even think could be a rug to turning it into a rug. Oh, one more second with these 2. One thing to note too, these 2, and I get this question a lot, these 2 samples here are 100% New Zealand wool. A lot of people think they're nylon because the color is so vibrant. With our wool, we use a super superior, very, very pure white wool to dye over, so you can get some very, very, very vibrant colors in wool. There you go. Okay. So this one, you don't have to be an artist to submit something for us to turn into a rug either. On the left was a drawing that someone submitted to us. It was a 9.3 by 8.9, I believe, rug. It was an inspiration. Don't know how it came about. I have my opinions that a 6-year-old drew it, but I don't know that for sure. And as you can see, that was the drawing that we received. This is the CAD we made from it. And then this is the strike-off we made. One thing important to note about this is it doesn't have to be a rectangle, a square, a circle, an oval. This was a completely odd shape. Obviously, you see with the bump out on top and fringe with only about 4 feet on one side. So something very unique. Obviously, we can do that type of work too. Very vast capabilities. This is another project we did here where with the tequila and tacos theme going on here. So on the left was based off of an old knotted rug that they could not get anymore. The customer couldn't get. They had us turn it into a rug, a tufted rug. For whatever reason, they couldn't get it. They couldn't get the size, colors, whatever they wanted. It couldn't be done, so they had us do it. This is the actual strike-off. The strike-off in my hand, I've been traveling around with for about 2.5 years. People touch it, they feel it, they think it's been made a couple weeks ago. So this stuff does last. And again, this has more miles than most people will in their entire life on it in one of my bags. So it does last. It's something that can hold up to a lot of I don't want to say the word abuse, but kind of, heavy traffic, that type of situation. And that's just a room setting of where it is. That's the last slide that I have. What I like to do, again, in some of these presentations is find out what people are working on, find out what questions they have. Ultimately, when we're going in the custom realm, nothing is ever black and white, except for samples I have up front. Besides that, everything is, we can make it happen. If you can think of it, if your customer can think of it, it's up to me to how do we get it done? And we're very good at that.